Good morning again, votingbanner.com fans. Captain Larry here. Chapter 29. Okay, we're finally going to get this cushion put together on the Wellcraft Nova. I've cut out all the pieces, and let me show you those. And then the first thing we'll do is we'll put the zipper on. And I think that would be the best thing to do for demonstration purposes, and also we really need to do that before we sew it together. As you see, this I've only got one stripe now as compared to the two before. This is our master here. So we got the one blue rather than those two blue. We have it moved over a couple of inches. Then the other thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put the two seams there. I'm just going to leave the plain vinyl. Makes it a little more aerodynamic. I think it looks a little better, and I didn't do that on the bench seat. I left a couple of seams off, and I liked it better. I thought it looked better, so I'm going to duplicate that here. And I think hopefully we'll all come out fine here. So, and what I did have to do is I had to, as I figured, I didn't have enough boxing. So I had to cut it up in two, and what I think I've decided to do is I'm going to put it right here on the corners, on both ends. I think it'll look like it almost belongs in there, and so we'll try that and see what it looks like. And the other thing I did for these hold down strips, their bottom feels thicker. So what I did, I'm going to do two. And I'm going to sew these together with the common sense fasteners. And I think that's going to give it a little more tenaciousness, because this boat's a big boat. It goes like 60, 70 miles an hour or whatever. So you're going to see some strong wind across it. So I think that will give it a little more holding power. So I just cut out two strips of this material. I'm going to just sew them together and sew that in on the angle like this is. And that should hold. That should hold. I think I'm going to sew first and then sew these in last, so they won't be a part of the original seam, but I think it will make it easier while I'm putting the whole thing together rather than trying to figure out when I should put these in and exactly where. So we'll do that. Okay, let me let you go right now, and I'll set up and we'll show you how to put a zipper in. And here we go. Now we're ready to go, I think. All I simply did was took the bottom backing, folded it in half, run a crease down the center, or the half point, and then you take, of course you cut your zippers to length. I like to leave it a little bit long, and so I can sew it in my seam when I'm putting the boxing on, because you have to close off the ends. So that's what I do, and then you just take, this is the flat side is the downside, and the upside is the one with the teeth kind of protruding up. But anyway, you just take it and you measure, lay it on the edge of that crease you made. And you want the teeth to fall right on that crease all the way down. So then I just marked a couple of spots, took my long ruler, drew a line. And now we'll just simply put a tacking seam on. You do not reverse for this one. So all you want to do is right down that line. Let's check that one more time. Always better to check safe than sorry. I think we'll be all right. No reverse. Just run it right down. About 6 millimeter stitch if you've got that flexibility. this on the front or the back. Okay. There we go. Now what we're simply going to do is we're going to open our crease here now, because we're going to be splaying this open. You just take your scissors, get right on that crease line, as good as you can. Try to stay on your crease. I just went off of it, that's not good. And we just want to cut this open. Let's do a better job than that, I think. They put this thing on the long side of things, the long way. It will do one positive thing. It'll be easier to put the cushion in. The negative, though, you got to use a lot more. You got to use a lot more zip. Well, I don't know. Okay, so now what you do is you pull this apart. And what we're going to do, pull to your seam tightly, and you're going to splay open that seam. And we're going to put the big teeth, the fattest part of the teeth, down. And we're going to try to put that teeth, or those teeth, right on that seam we made. See if we do that, right up to the edge, teeth right on the seam. Okay. Again, this is big, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we can do it. Roll a little bit in here. Now, if you got these splays properly sized, and you did do it halfway through, your edges, the splayed edge and the zipper edge should be right there. So, and then you want to get your teeth as close to this inside row of teeth as you can. Now we can reverse it. Let's see what's going here. Okay, here we are. We've sewn down both sides of the zipper, so it's good. And now we need to separate. Just let's lock the edge. You need to lock one of the edges of the zipper so it doesn't fall off. So let's just go across this one here. Couple of times. That will keep the slider from going all the way off the end. Pretty much secured when we'd be sewing it in, but better to do it now so we don't forget it, just in case it doesn't happen. Okay, gotta get the seam ripper. You've got to be very careful picking up this seam. Try to nice and smooth. Make sure you're cutting the edges. I mean the thread and not the edges of the fabric. All the way down here. And now as you see we've opened up. That's our zipper. These are the two flaps that cover the zipper. So now, we go this end and try to get that zipper on. Make sure you always remember to put the zipper on, otherwise we'll be in trouble. So, let's get one of these. Pull this apart, like that. Fat end, this is your zipper, there's your fat end here, and this, so you put the fat end in first, try to get them started at the same time. Welcome back, everybody. I put that zipper on, that was a bear. It took me like 15-20 minutes. But we finally got it on. And so all you do is as you saw, we just folded it over, made a seam, splayed open the sides, sew it on each side. You know, one of the sides you need to make sure you box off so the slider won't come out. The other side you put it on in, so you leave that open. Make sure you get your slider on before you do anything else. It pulls hard. I don't know, maybe that's why I had so much trouble. It's like a very stiff zipper. I don't know what that deal's all about, but anyway, we got it on. There it is. Now, when you fold it over like that, it gives you kind of a round edge. This has still got some of the thread there from the seam ripper, but you just rip it right down, and then you open, then you got to slide it on, and there we go. So that's our zippered bottom. Now I just sewed the top. Came out, I mean, I'd show you, but there was nothing special about this one, just straight single seam. But what I'll tell you what I did do, let me show you this, is I put the marks here. What I did is after I finished sewing, I put this on the control product there, and I measured where the seam was, you know, on both sides, just so that I can make sure when I'm done sewing it, hopefully, that this blue stripe is going to fall where we need it to fall for lining up in the boat. So let's hope that's correct. So we'll see how that all works. But anyway, here it is. Now I'll just sew on the boxing around it. You've seen me do that a dozen times, so I don't think there's anything worthwhile there. So I'll just sew that on. I decided what I'm going to do with the two seams I'm going to have. I'm going to put them in the corners. I don't know if that's right, wrong, or indifferent, but it didn't seem like any other place makes any sense. So I'm going to try it, at least on this one. Maybe I'll do different on the other one, but we'll put on the corners and see if that helps. So anyway, let me get this sewed and I'll bring you right back. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I finished the top and plate and the boxing. I just want to bring you in now. The next step is to put the bottom on. But before you do that, I suggest that you go around and you check all your seams, both on the plate and on the boxing, make sure there was no holes. Everything's fine. My seams didn't work out right, but oh well. Maybe I can do better on the next one. But I went around it and everything looks pretty good. It's nice corners. So I think even those will work fine. So I think we're looking good. There was nothing overly remarkable about the sewing, with the exception of anytime you're dealing with these big pieces. I've found, you know, the only way I can seem to get them, because I stapled all the way around, but that doesn't even hold it because there's so much material. So I found when I was sewing, I had the best luck kind of holding it in the back and holding it in the front and pushing it like that in like 6-inch, 8-inch increments, because there was just so much stuff here and it was trying to move. It's always trying to move your seam, but by holding it in the front and the back and kind of grinding that through like that, I think I had the best luck about getting something straight. I hope it's straight. I'm not even sure about that, but that's pretty good. So anyway, let me put the bottom on, and then we got to work with those straps for the hold down, and I'll bring you right back. Good morning, boatingbanner.com fans. Again, this is the second day I'm working on this. I had to take a break. Okay, we're getting near the finish line finally here. What I wanted to show you, I've got to sew the bottom on now. We have sewn the boxing on, and of course we've sewn the top plate together. Now we've got to put the bottom plate on. And I just wanted to remind everybody, when you're making a cushion, remember, always have good face to good face. So a little bit counterintuitive, I think, but what you have to do, obviously, is you have to put the good side down, and the good side from the top plate is facing up now, so they're facing each other. And also, now what I've done is you go around and I stapled, tacked on the base, bottom, onto the boxing, but again, facing down. And when we get this done, we just take the zipper open and we just turn it inside out and we'll be done. So we can get the foam in, which is usually fun. So anyway, there's really not much to show you on the sewing on this. It's hard, it's big, bulky, it's going to be hitting a lot of things, so getting a straight seam is a real challenge. But all I can say is you just have to take your time. Just take your time, go slowly, watch your edges, try to keep your edges good throughout the whole thing, and it should come out all right. So anyway, I'll get started on that, and I'll bring you back when I'm done sewing this bottom on. Okay, everybody, we're now going to try to install this. This is the cushion, and this is the 3/4 batten. I'm going to try to put on. It's hard to get in, so I don't know if this is going to make it impossible to get in or what. And this is really just to tack it and keep it on while we're trying to get it in. Once we get it in, we'll be in good shape, obviously. I'm just using a 77 3M. That should hold. So we'll let this set for a bit. And see, the key thing here is we don't want it moving while we're trying to stuff it into the cushion. So that's really all why the only reason we're putting it on there. You know, we'll give it, of course, another 3/4 of an inch or so, because it does compress. But I'll give it a little more pop to the top there, and hopefully we'll keep that vinyl tighter. Okay, we'll let it sit for a minute, and I'll bring you right back. Okay, everybody, we're back. We're done. Getting foam into cushions is really really a project. I find it the easiest way, and quotations are not easy. Of course, we have the zipper open and kind of fold it in half because I had to have I wanted the batting side down on the so it would be on the top, and then fold it and then slide it in best you can. You'll have a big lump on both sides, and then just kind of massage it as much as you can. And I find the best thing is to grab the foam. Once you kind of get it in there, grab the foam and roll it back. The biggest thing is getting the foam into the corners. This is still not totally in the corner. It's all right, I guess. You know, I just pull it back and then I just roll it down again, push it in there, and then it seems to stretch better. And then walk on it, roll it, all kinds of ways you possibly can to get that thing situated. Obviously it will be better. As time goes on, it sits there, it will start laying down and be somewhat flat. But it came out nice, huh? Not too many wrinkles or anything. I think our lines are somewhat straight. I think it'll look nice on the boat. Okay, we are done. That's one cushion. I have one more cushion to go, and then we'll get into the chairs as I promised. So we'll talk to you next time. You guys have a great evening.